Something that is very important when you're running, particularly in the summertime, is to stay hydrated. And I'm going to cover some of the points of doing that in this video. Now, staying hydrated while you're running is very important. As you sweat, your blood volume decreases and your blood thickens. And this hampers your body's ability to move oxygen and essential nutrients around your body, and especially to your muscles, which of course is where you need all the nutrients to go when you're running. And this is particularly acute when you're running outdoors during the summer or in hot conditions. So you need to make sure that you get enough fluids on board before you go out for a run. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, you should drink approximately 1 ounce of fluid per every 10 pounds of body weight 4 hours before running. And if profuse sweating is expected, you should drink approximately 0.6 ounces per every 10 pounds of body weight 2 hours before a run. And you should, of course, factor in extra time to go to the bathroom before you run. You also want to monitor how dehydrated you get during a typical run so that you can make sure that on your next run you stay properly hydrated. And the color and volume of your urine after a run is the key. If you're passing a relatively small volume of dark-colored urine, it could be an indication of dehydration, and you should drink more fluids during your run or in the preceding hours. Now, should you carry a water bottle or wear a fluid belt during runs? Well, both have their advantages. A fluid belt means that you have your hands free, but it also means that you're carrying more weight around and they can be uncomfortable. So in some situations, it might be better to just simply have a water bottle that you carry in your hand. Now, what should you put in that bottle? Sport drinks or water? Which is better? While sports drinks have been around since the 1960s, and Gatorade was invented in 1965 by the medical team for the University of Florida Gators, they didn't really become popular until the 1990s. And sports drinks do have some advantages over water. They contain sodium, which replaces the salts that your body's going to sweat out, and they contain sugars and vitamins to give you energy and endurance. But mostly they contain water, and very expensive water at that. And according to the Mayo Clinic, water is generally the best way to replace lost fluids. But if you're exercising for more than 60 minutes, then you should use a sports drink. And sports drinks can help to maintain your body's electrolyte balance and give you a bit more energy because they contain carbohydrates. Rehydrating after a run is just as important as getting hydrated before you run, perhaps maybe more so. Now, exactly how much fluid you should take on depends on how quickly you need to recover for your next run. And a good rule of thumb is to drink twice as much fluid as your weight was lost. So you want to take your weight before you go out for your run and then weigh yourself after you've come back and calculate your weight loss that way. And when you do this and you drink twice as much fluid, this will aid rapid rehydration as well as encouraging your body to urinate and expel any toxins that may have built up. And it's better to sip the fluid rather than downing it all in one go, because that's going to go straight into your stomach and you may get sick. So you want to make sure that you just simply sip it over a period of time. Also want to bear in mind that it may take up to 48 hours for hydration levels to recover after a very long run. So if you've been running in a marathon or you've been going for a long run, do bear in mind that it's going to take you a while to get back to the condition that you were before. Now, what should you drink? Well, water is probably best, although you can drink sports drinks as well. Milk is good because it not only provides carbohydrates, but it also contains the electrolytes, sodium and potassium, which were lost in sweat. Whatever you do, though, avoid alcohol. This acts as a diuretic and can actually make you more dehydrated. So give that post-run beer a miss.